everyone, we are resining today, and this is going to be a really awful video quality, not content. I have been probably spent the last half hour trying to set up. My resin table is on a table, and I just couldn't get a good angle. And if I extended the tripod all the way on the table, then I realized I was standing with one foot on a stool and the other toe on the table. I'm going out of town tomorrow, and it's like, that's probably not good. So many of you have often said that you enjoy my videos because they are real. Well, we're real today. So I'm resining coasters and my Lazy Susan. So this is why with this whole thing, I'm buying a tablet so I can video with a more, I don't even know. So, and I'm hoping things are in camera. Art Resin, hardener and resin, you mix equal parts. So I'm going to do the hardener first, and I'm hoping that, oh, you probably can't see, these cups have little lines on them, so that's what I'm using as measuring guides. So let's see, keep going. I figure I'm gonna need a lot, and I'm hoping I have enough, but not wasting too much. Okay, so it looks like I filled it to this top line. So I'm going to do the other. And this pours out way faster. Looks about even to me. So, then let me just make sure. Okay. I've got the tripod like extended all the way and resting on tiles. I have got this like all jankily set up. Okay. So you should always pour it in a third cup to mix it. Because if you were to pour, like if I poured this one into that other one, let's say I had room, which I don't, there would probably be less of this one because I wouldn't be able to scrape it all out. So if you're pouring them both out, you have a better chance of getting them. I mean, there is like a tiny, they leave tiny rooms for error, it doesn't have to be. Well, it needs to be exact, but it's, if you have a couple drops, it's not going to be the end of the world. So I double glove because resin is extremely sticky. And once I start, like when it's time for me to get my torch, I will take one of the gloves off. I made the mistake once of turning on the torch with a resiny glove, and needless to say, that torch resined shut. So like when I closed it back up, when I tightened it, it resined shut, so had to throw that one away. Okay, then you stir for a couple minutes. This part's really boring. I may speed up parts of this video, unless I can find something interesting to talk about. But oh, well, I was, because I'm in pottery class at high school with a couple of my students. So one of the general education students, she's trying to make a pot, and she's like, and if it's not you know, it's not perfect and it has to be perfect. And I wanted to tell her my quote, it's just paint. So instead I said, it doesn't have to be, oh, there's something in my eye. I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. I said, you know, it's clay. It doesn't have to be perfect. The world will go on. Because as long as, you know, you're trying in there, you're going to get a good grade. As long as you're executing it correctly and doing your work, you're going to get a good grade. So, and then I realized, you know, it's just paint. I should make up t-shirts that say that. Okay, this stirry thing that my bamboo sticks, which I love so much, are not very good for this because I keep poking the crap out of my palm. But I don't have any of the others. So I was going to resin all those tiles I made the other day, and I was taping up the back of them, and that was just too much work. So I'm only doing a few. You can tell it's starting to get mixed well. There's little like floaty thingies that start flying out of the cup. I think when I do, I'm almost thinking I'm not going to get all these coasters done either, because I don't think I'm going to have enough resin. So I think I'll just maybe do like 2 coasters, because I do need to put, okay, that is definitely, I'm gonna just scrape the edges, and yeah, lousy resin stirrer. I am going to put a little bit of silicone in when I do the Lazy Susan, which I'm going to grab right now. But I'm not going to add it yet. So now let me turn you. Thanks. Ooh, well, that doesn't sound chunky at all. So, you know, oh, bummer. Jeez, I'm losing it. So I really apologize for the poor video quality. Trying my best. I will try not to block your way also. I'm pretty sure I'm only going to have time. I think I'm only going to do, I'm not going to have time for these. This, I did a little saying, laugh every day. Thought it was cute. I think I'll start with those. These are shelving brackets. Like Menards often has them 50 cents with 50-cent rebate. I use them to hold stuff, and the resin pops right off. They're great. So let's just do, you know what? I may actually do it over this, and then I'm not wasting resin that drips off here. It'll be on the Lazy Susan where I need it to be anyways. So, okay. And I feel really bad that this quality is so bad. So you just really get on in there, and tiles are pretty easy. Okay, now I'm going to set it down and smooth out like where my hands were. And it will self-level. I will get, when I go to torch it, I will like get out the, what you call it, flashlight on my phone. Because that really helps to see if there's dust particles or anything like that that has gotten in there, because they will dry in there. And I know unless like dust or something gets into the tiles, they will dry well because there is no silicone in them. And normally I upload like in a, I think I'll upload this one right after I make it because I know resin is something people always have questions about. I've been getting a lot of questions lately about varnishing. My go-to still is that I love is Krylon gloss spray. That is still my favorite. I like it better than Liquitex gloss varnish. Because even with the gloss varnish, sometimes you can, no matter how good you put it on, you can still tell that you put something on. Like, not necessarily streak marks, but something. Now I'm trying to judge. I could probably do another tile, I think. I taped the back of these tiles, but the ones I did the other day, even though I taped them, I double tape it, and the bottom layer of tape kind of stuck, like the bottom layer resin to it. But I bought a cork board, yeah, that I will cut and glue onto the back of these. So it won't matter too much. Now I am going to let these sit and level while I'm dealing with, oh shoot, I didn't think this one out much. Ooh, here's an extra glove right here. I don't want to, so here's the treadmill silicone. I'm just doing 1, 2, or somewhere in there. And that should hopefully ensure, mix it in there really well, that I don't get those spots that it resists. Okay, I keep checking to make sure that you guys can see as much as you'll be able to. And what I'm using those same washing machine pans that I use for painting. And I have another one that I will put on top for my, as I like to call it, my resin coffin. Because you have to cover it for, well, they say 24 hours, but I like to get in there before 24 hours to try and remove any tape, anything like that, because it will, the longer it stays on, the harder it is to remove. So I will probably, I've got to wake up really early. I go to school tomorrow and then I'm traveling, so I'll probably just wake up really early and take care of my paintings, my little babies. Do any of the rest of you, like when you wake up, go down to your studio or whatever, wherever you have your art, to see how your pieces fared during the evening? Or am I the only one that does that? I actually have some left. So, aren't these pretty? They're so pretty. I love them. So now this has a little silicone in it, but it shouldn't make much of a difference. I wouldn't think. I've never put silicone and resin in a piece that didn't have silicone in it, but I can't imagine why it would make a difference. I will be firing it soon. I've still got resin left. Well, let's see if this works. I'm going to set this on the other tile to dry. I'm kind of thinking it might resin to itself though, which would not be good. I wonder if I can do 2 of these. No. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Ah! Now I don't know what to do with it. I need to set it down. Oh, I can. All right, don't even laugh, but it should work because it shouldn't stick to the glove. Hopefully. And if it does, I will have one very interesting. That is not going to work. Crap. Okay. I know it doesn't stick to this. So I've done this plastic before. So it shouldn't stick to that. Alrighty. And I still got resin left. Jeez Louise. Alright, I need to take my gloves off. I'm going to torch what I've got right now. Let me get my phone. You torch to get out air bubbles. So I've got my flashlight on. I missed a whole section. I'm gonna have to walk around here. Nothing like walking around with the torch. Yeah, I didn't think about the fact that that would melt the bag. Ooh. Okay, I can't get the torch off. There we go. So, I am seeing things in this one. I'm probably just going to use the extra resin. I think I'm just gonna go thicker on this tray because I don't have, okay, this is so, putting it on that bag was a dumb idea. Okay, there is something like dirty. I'm really glad I saw that. Oh, why did I do it with my left hand? I don't have a spare glove for that one. I'm realizing as I am feeling it from below that I am getting resin on some of the wood. This one's for me, so, but I'll have to keep in mind these things for when I'm making it for somebody else. So you can actually see the bubbles popping. And I am it's like even a teeny tiny hair, anything. I still see a lot more bubbles. That must be part of the painting because it's not coming off. Let me turn my flashlight off. Take that glove off. So, there it is. There's the others. And I will update you on them as they dry. Thanks for watching. Bye.